Hello, I'm about to eat lunch. Oh, he's so cute. No, none for you. Go. I'm wearing a wig today. So I have some pork that I made. This is leftovers, and the broccoli is leftovers from last night. And I made some kimchi, some quick kimchi, and then I have leftover salad. So that's what I'm eating for lunch, and I just want to come on here and chat. It's been pretty overcast and rainy the last couple days. And cold. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, it was like 80 degrees last week, and then it dropped like 40 degrees overnight. And ooh, I do not do well with that. I know that 40, being in the 40s and 50s is not that cold for some people. Um, but it is for me, and it like shocks me, and I have such a hard time. Like I really struggle, like my energy just I'm like in conservation mode where I'm just like, oh, the freeze has happened and I need to go hibernate, and it's hard for me to go out for my walks, which I absolutely need. Um, I'm someone who has struggled in the past with anxiety and depression, and I need to get something to drink really quick. Yeah, I definitely was fed this narrative of you have a chemical imbalance and therefore you must take these medications in order to balance that. And I really believed that for a really long time. I was medicated for anxiety, depression through most of my 20s. And don't get me wrong, it had its place and it definitely helped me in a lot of ways, but now looking back at it, I know that for me, that anxiety and depression kept popping up because I was not taking care of myself in the ways that I should. I was doing a lot of people pleasing. I was doing a lot of things because it was the right thing to do, because I thought that was the path to success. Let me know if you know what I mean. If you were one of those people that maybe you followed a certain path because it's what everybody in your family pressured you to do, or what society programmed you to do. For example, going to college. College isn't for everybody. It's not necessary. It has, its perks. It has benefit for sure. But not everybody needs it. And then we live in a society that profits off of that. People are in situations where they go into college thinking that's the only choice they have and put everything on the line on that, and it doesn't pay off. I'm an artist, a creative person, and I loved my college experience. I'm super fortunate. I'm very glad that I was in a position where I joined the military, so I did have some money that I made doing that, going towards that. I got scholarships. I did all that. I still ended up with like $80,000 in student loans. And again, I'm so fortunate and grateful that I was able to be in a financial situation where that did not ruin me and I was able to pay everything off. But that's not the case for everybody. But, anyways, did I need that degree? No. Sure, it's helped me in some ways, but there's this idea that, okay, you graduated, this is the idea that they sold us on. You graduate, you're going to get a job in that field. Plus, the economy changes so rapidly. There are things that I studied in college that don't even exist anymore. But what I wish the emphasis was on was the creative ability, the creativity, the fact that as a creative, you adapt to things, that you figure things out however they present themselves. And that really, I think, is the true power of being creative. And I think everybody has that possibility. It's so funny. Because the rain, the clouds, all that stuff, like, really affect my mood. I was just like, I felt, I couldn't articulate the things that I'm talking about right now for the last few days. And it just feels good to be able to speak about something like this, to be able to talk on a deeper level. I think that's what I'm craving. Real conversations, not some BS about the weather, even though I'm talking about the weather literally. You know what I mean? People have these shallow conversations and don't really mean anything and don't create these deeper connections, and I'm just tired of that. I'm a Libra, y'all. And relationships are very important to me. I take it, I don't want to say I take it seriously, although sometimes I do. That is my shadow. When I start to take life too seriously and it's not fun, then I'm like struggling, you know. I think part of my purpose in this world is to live through experience and to do it joyfully. I'm not saying I have to be joyful all the time, but because I'm not, and I don't think that's realistic anyway. But I don't want to go through the world feeling like everything's happening to me. I don't want to feel like a victim. There's a lot of things that, again, society, these programs, these things that people say. You can't do it because you're a woman. You can't do it because you're queer. You can't do it because you're too old. You can't do it because you're too young. You can't do it because you're not skinny enough. Whatever. You're not pretty enough. All the things. Okay, if I accept that as my reality, then I'm going to be freaking miserable. So, that's not what I'm trying to be like. I'm trying to be a person who moves through life in a way that is unshakable, that's very grounded, that there's a lot of stuff happening in the world right now, and it feels kind of crazy, and it can shake you, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing how it affects people to where they're not able to function. And I remember feeling that way very much so around 2020. A lot of shit was happening at that time too. And we as humans are not meant to be getting as much information about everything all the time. You can't get away from it. And it is a choice you have to make to either accept all of that information, consume all of that information, and let it, deteriorate your mental health, or you can choose to look away. which is what I do. And that's not to say that I don't care about some of these things that are happening. It's that I just know that me being joyful, me living my life happily, me pursuing my own goals and dreams is important to the collective in its own way. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and I'll stop it right there. I'll finish eating this food and I'll talk to you later. Bye.